Everything in this video is for general information and educational purposes only. Nothing presented constitutes financial product advice, personal advice, or a recommendation to acquire or deal in any financial products. Any examples are illustrative only and should not be relied upon as indicators of future performance, as past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance. Alright everyone, just going to do a quick run through of the charts, see where we're at for the beginning of the week, and yeah, just have a look at a few interesting things that are happening. Yeah, at the moment, looks like, yeah, there's Bitcoin, just looking at a Bitcoin full screen chart. Always like to start here because it gives you a nice idea of what's going on. We've just had the weekly and the daily close, so I'll just quickly pop over to the weekly on one of these charts here just to give you a look. This is the weekly on the CME. Yeah, look, it's not fantastic. We're not doing too great, but at the same time, it's not too bad. The moment on just as far as swings go, yeah, look, still in swings until otherwise, until something changes here. I don't think much is going to happen here until we sort of get below these levels down here. We've kind of broken out of this downtrend. We had the sort of the 3 drops, which is good. Got a 9 on the daily, TD9 or CS9. So that's it's a good sign that we might get a bit of a reversal here. So you know, it's worked out here and here and here. So as you can see, that's it's always a good indicator. Like the 12-hour, as you probably already know. So as far as the 12 hours goes, yeah, we've kind of rode this order block here, sort of swept through it a couple of times, got a bit of a double bottom and swept the lower level. So yeah, cleared that poor low there. So I'm pretty happy with that. Got a bit of an uptrend happening here now. So hopefully we you know, can maintain this either developing quarterly level or yeah, it's, other than that, looks okay. So I guess I don't really have a lot here. We're just kind of in this bit of a stagnant pattern here, and to be honest, the last week I haven't had any great trading success other than sort of positioning for bigger swings, and yeah, coming off a couple of good weeks. So yeah, just happy letting this play out. Lower time frames, this is a 4-hour. You can see there was a bit of a CME gap here. If we go to this chart, you can see we just tagged the CME gap there. Normally, I would say we don't normally reject off the CME gap like that. I normally get some sort of follow through once we close it. It's always a bit contentious, and yeah, I'm never really that certain, but I always monitor them closely. Always think they're going to get filled at least, but normally would be looking for, you know, something to really clean sweep it. So maybe we will get something like this and come back down. I'm not sure at the moment. So yeah, unfortunately don't have a great deal of predictions here for the moment. Not that I really should be doing any predictions. It's just basically at the moment there's nothing too ugly about this chart, I think, at the moment. Where we're sitting with the double smooth stochastic is, yeah, we're kind of I'll just move that. I was pointing at that some of my other charts, so I'll get rid of those. Previous charts, I was highlighting that we're at the low levels on all of these here, and we've had to move up. So I guess that was a correct insight that I've shared earlier. But yeah, at the moment, I was actually hoping it would be a bit stronger than that. We certainly did get sort of this early rejection here, sort of end of the week there, and yeah, that's about it really. But yeah, as far as other things go, let's go into ETH. So ETH, so I did something similar. I tried to sweep the CME gap. Don't know what that was like on the futures chart, on CME futures. I should go and find that and have a look at that, to be honest. But I'll do that a bit later. Not really that interested at the moment. That was a pretty poor sweep of that, and like I said before, I don't really see that it rejects off that straight away. We normally get some sort of well and truly cleared kind of level, either up or down. So at the moment, yeah, a bit of high volume. Actually, wasn't that high volume coming in there compared to some of these other candles. So yeah, can't really comment much on that. We are riding this 18-day again, so I'd really like to get back inside the 18-day. And yeah, that 18-day rolling VWAP would be good. Go up to some higher levels here. So 4-hour chart, you can see I've marked out that 4-hour order block. Probably should write that in there so I know what time frame I'm on. But Yeah, this is all a bit freaking ugly, to be honest. I was a bit concerned we might drive out of this and come up here and then just bounce straight off the 18-day rolling VWAP and put in this the right shoulder there. Probably would have exited quite a few positions if that had happened. But at the moment we're just cruising along here. So actually quite happy where we are at the moment. If we do break down here, obviously I'm going to get a little concerned coming outside of this 18-day rolling. 18-day rolling's been fairly consistent, as you can see through all these spots through here. Yeah, I really like it on ETH, so definitely watching that all the time. And yeah, just a note with any of these sort of levels, worthwhile, going back and just back testing them to see their relevance. Don't blindly trade things just because it's a line on the chart. Make sure that you sort of back test these sort of scenarios. So I had the 91-day on there. It hasn't been as good as a level, but you can see there are sort of some points along the way that it did actually get close to where we're actually sitting below that as well. So this is a little bit of a concern. If we break down here, I might have to start reassessing my positions. I'm heavily in ETH and BTC and Sol at the moment. I think Sol's been a much better trade for me, so might just move on to that. So yeah, you can see daily, these are all pretty flat over the weekend. Had a bit of a reaction there for on that. So yeah, this is what we're looking at the moment. So yeah, on the moment, hoping we clear inside the 18-day and move up, and where we go. Sol's a bit different. Sol, we have been sort of bounced off this developing quarterly level quite a way back here, which is actually good. So it's a bit over a week ago, and it's just been driving up ever since. You can see the developing quarterly's been quite the support level along the way. So yeah, I'm kind of watching that closely at the moment. Here as well on Solana, it's taking more notice of the 18-day as well, because it seems to backtest quite reasonably well. As you can see, I marked out a bit of a head and shoulders that developed last week, which became a bit concerning. And then yeah, we had a bit of a retest of the developing monthly a couple of times as well. So couldn't get back above the 18-day and all the developing monthly. So we're sort of come down, and yeah, basically we transitioned that whole way across the range, and now we're come back inside and move back up. So yeah, I've been in quite a few positions in and out with this, but yeah, mostly sort of longer term swings. I think Solana's probably a little bit downtrodden at the moment, and we probably will have some good news out of those guys, especially with sort of any sort of institutionally wise. I think there's going to be quite a push for them to yeah, once we have a few more ETFs, various other things. So this could just be a accumulation range for a lot of companies trying to play that game. But anyway, let's there's not really a lot we can do here at the moment. We're in an uptrend, as you can see. The 4 hour, we've kind of just in this sort of a wedge pattern at the moment. Nothing really moving that fast. So yeah, it's all just pretty choppy at the moment. But yeah, you can probably say that we've just had another bigger head and shoulders there, which could spell that we have a bit more down. But while we're above the Bay Area high here on the developing quarterly, I'm not that concerned about that, to be honest. I think this is just general chop as we move along. But of course, if we go back to Biddy, if Bitcoin yeah, has some sort of pullback here or something like that, we're probably likely to see Solana pull back as well. While Biddy's chopping sideways here, yeah, you can see some of these coins get a bit of a rotation into them. Flick it over to the short term. I don't know what that's in there for. I should clean up these charts. But yeah, let's have a look at this. As you can see over the weekend, yeah, it looks like we had some good opportunities over the weekend. Not great for my time zone, so that's a bit unfortunate. Don't normally try and trade too much on the weekends anyway, unless I think something crazy is going to happen. But to be honest, Sunday afternoons have been sort of producing some movement, so might be worthwhile keeping an eye on that if you're in the position or feel like that's when you can trade. We normally do get some sort of drive through for the weekend into the Monday morning before it decides to jerk everybody around because of CME gaps and things like that. Yeah, so we spoke about CME gap. It's slightly closed, but not really convincingly. Got this little sweep high here. There was a bit of a wedge kind of pattern forming there, but yeah, that little sweep high, yeah, wasn't a great sign, to be honest. Would have been good to get some, come back in here and then get some continuation on there, but wasn't the case. So at the moment we're kind of in no man's land here. We look like we're a bit high on the hourly, just in the mid ranges everywhere, so not really anything for me here. What are we looking at here? So looking for longs, we could come down and sweep some levels. It's probably a good level down here, and I guess it's sort of outside this previous weekly level as well. So I'd be looking for reactions down here to get along and see if we can get out of there or there or there. So it's a bit of no man's land at the moment. So unfortunately, don't have any great trades for you here. But yeah, equally this could just move on up. We had a bit of a sweep high, but it wasn't on massive volume, so we might get another run at that. But at the moment, just in no man's land really. ETH's the same. Geez, we've had had a bit of chop on ETH. And let's go in here. So yeah, it had a nice little run from early this morning and topped out with a few good topping signals there. As you can see, the cipher was in that overbought area. We've got the indicator triggering off. Actually triggered off a few times. That would have been a bit of an early entry, which you would have got stopped out on, unfortunately. And yeah, it's actually been happening quite a bit lately. We do have quite high runs, so sometimes it's good to be a little bit late to the party if you can just wait a bit longer, or just wait for the 5 minutes to really get into a better position, 15 minute or something like that. But see, on the hourly we were just in the middle here anyway, so sort of confidence level on any of those would have been fairly low. If this hourly had been up here in this area and we were getting this sort of similar scenario, then definitely would have been a good spot to sort of take some profits. But anyway, as you can see here at the moment, we're just chopping about here. So I think this might just chop around a bit, and eventually we might see something a bit better. I think we might actually come down a bit like this, but who knows at the moment. Definitely no trades here at the moment, just waiting to see what happens, and yeah, watching the higher time frames to see what really happens there. Sui's always a favourite of mine, so let's have a crack at this. Where are we with Sui? Yeah, same again, kind of just in the middle of nowhere. Best trades were Sunday morning, so as you can see, we had ciphers all lining up down there Sunday morning, which was way back here, and we were getting triggers there as well. So yeah, that would have been a good opportunity. Do we have any horizontal levels? Yeah, not really. Just in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, yeah, that's Sui at the moment. Unfortunately, just not much happening. So yeah, just more chop. Sols, we had a bit of a look at the higher time frame on the Sol. Early this morning, early Monday morning, we had a bit of a divergence here, as you can see, which is always seems to be a good sign, to be honest. Whenever we have a sweep of a level like this, and then we get a lower and a higher here. That doesn't seem to matter that much about the amount of liquidity that we've had stripped from the market there. So no open interest changes. So we already had the big open interest change before. We then get the divergence, and I've been actually trading quite a few of those lately. So missed out on this one. It was a bit too early for me, but yeah, you can see we had quite a few good drives up, and then sort of topping out here. We also topping out on the 5 and the 15. With a big gap up on that alley was kind of giving you the signs that everything was a bit overcooked. Time to take some profits if you were in trades. Another one I like to look at is Say's a little bit more volatile, so you can always make sure you have your stop set nicely on Say. There's definitely a lot of, it'll just overcook for quite some time, or do the opposite as well. Let's go back here. So we seem to be getting down the bottom here early mornings for me, so I might have to kind of change my plans a bit with this. I might need to get up a bit earlier and have a look at charts and see how we go. Anyway, unfortunately, not a lot to think about this week, so it's all just high time frames at the moment. Just sit and wait, see what happens. I'll check in on the charts in the afternoon probably, and see what's happening. And that's about my game plan at the moment. Sorry about the changing colours, but let's have a look at some alerts that might be going off. And we're on the wrong time frame. Level crossings. What's going on with Bonk? Bonk's had a bit of a run. Bit of a double top here actually. Yeah, that's a bit nasty. Double top. No good horizontal levels here, but definitely previous weekly and developing monthly. Can't say that Bonk, I really trade Bonk that much, but looks like it respects sort of these sort of double bottom, double top scenarios. So yeah, if you want to ever want to set that up as an alert, certainly does give you some good indications that we're topping out here. I think if Biddy and others just chop along here, I'd say this is probably just going to roll over, but I'm not sure what's happening, to be honest with that one. No real trade there for me, so it might be just interesting to watch for. These are all pretty sloppy actually. There's nothing really exciting going on, so I'm not going to. Popcat kind of looks like it's topped here on that level. Got the indicator going off. Did a little swing fail, and looks like an evening star reversal too. So that might be not good news for Popcat there. What's it look like on the 1 hour? 1 hour doesn't quite look as ugly. 4 hours. Yeah, we just sort of chop it along in this bottom range here. It's a bit of an unfortunate one, but yeah, it looks like that's probably going to keep going down. We did get a big pin bar there, so somebody wanted to buy it, but I think they're going to get overrun here for the time being. What else have we got coming up here? Do I look at AVAX already? Say. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing here. Anyway, sorry for not being able to provide too many insights, but it looks like it's going to be a bit of a shit day until something happens. We need just diddling in the middle at the moment, as Romps would say. So yeah, that's about all at the moment. I'm going to try and do a few more of these during the week, and just give a few updates, morning updates. Try and get a few people in the right frame of mind before when the day starts, and so we can find some opportunities, or at least highlight some levels and other things that might happen in the future, and see if we can get people into a good position for a good trade. Anyway, hope that was enjoyable, and I will speak to you all next time. If you enjoyed this content today, please smash the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. So if you want to learn how to trade and really master the markets, see the links down in the description below, where you'll find links to our premium indicator suite, our infamous premium Discord group, and the Market Mastery 3 training course, where you'll learn not only how to trade with our trading style and our premium indicators, but also get a well-rounded view of the macro economy and liquidity cycles.